Right, brew day again. Today I'm going to be brewing up an American Pale Ale, a classic American Pale Ale. This recipe is actually taken from David Heath's YouTube channel. He freely shares his recipes. In fact, he creates videos based around those recipes. He goes into a lot of detail about why he includes certain ingredients and the kind of formulation of these recipes, and how to kind of scale them and all kind of stuff like that. So I'm not going to go into detail about this recipe. If you want to know about it, check out David Heath's YouTube channel, and all his recipes are also published on Brewfather, so you can easily add them and then scale them to your own brewing system, which I've done here. I've made a couple of slight tweaks to it, but I'll talk about that as we go. So, as I say, classic American style pale ale, all grain. The stats are essentially IBU. This is what I'm shooting at: 47 IBUs, BUGU 1.01, colour 10 EBC, and that's pretty much it. So the fermentables are, and this is a 20 litre batch that I'm doing. So I'm brewing it to go in a corny keg. So I've scaled, I think his recipe is 23 litres, so I've scaled it down, not only for my brewing system, but I've scaled it down to obviously a 20 litre batch, which is easy using Brewfather or any of the other kind of brewing software. So my scaled down version for 20 litres has 4.35 kilograms of fermentables, which is made up, the sort of base malt is split between pale ale malt and Pilsner malt. So I'm using crisp best ale malt and crisp Pilsner malt, I think. So 2 kilograms each of that. It has 220 grams of Carapils added to it. And David also recommends using a speciality malt like Melanoidin, which I just happen to have as well. So I'm using 130 grams of Melanoidin in it as well. So that's really more to give it a little bit more complexity, maybe a little bit of colour as well, and just to add a little bit of special sauce to it. So hops, just 2 hops, Centennial and Amarillo. So I've got Amarillo pellets and Centennial whole leaf hops, so 100 grams each of these, but I'm not going to be using all of those. So the hop schedule basically is 13 grams excuse me, of Centennial at the start, 60 minutes. At 10 minutes, we're going to have 16 grams each of Amarillo and Centennial. 5 minutes to go, another 16 grams each of Amarillo and Centennial. And then I'm going to be doing a 15-minute hop stand at 80 degrees, which is going to have 28 grams of both Amarillo and Centennial in. I'm using reverse osmosis water, so spotless water. I have adjusted that to a profile in Brewfather for the American Pale Ale. So yeah, look that up, punch it into your software if you want to follow the same. I think that's what David recommends, if I remember rightly, but yeah, I just simply use the Brewfather profile for that. I'm doing it brewing a bag, 35 litre kettle, which I've got out there. I'm actually massing the grains at the moment, so that's why I haven't got them here. I've got the Carapils and the Melanoidin. I don't know why on the table, but you get the picture. So that is mashing at the moment. I'll be mashing that for 60 minutes at 65 degrees and then mash out at 75 for 10 minutes. Now, on David's recipe, he uses Voss-Kveik yeast. I'm actually going to be using USO5 for this, for no other reason that I had this in stock. And that's it really. So yeah, mashing up. I'll get a couple of bits of footage as we go, but it's going to be fairly straightforward, I guess. And yeah, I'll see you at the end for the tasting. Cheers. here it is. So I actually kegged this about 6 weeks ago, and I bottled the last of it because I wanted to clear the keg. And this is kind of my first attempt at counter pressure bottling. So it didn't exactly go too smoothly, and I managed to knock quite a bit of the carbonation out of the beer as I was bottling it. But actually this feels quite solid, so must have a bit of carbonation in it left, but I'm not too bothered about that anyway. Right, so let's get to it, see what it looks like. There's a bit of carbonation there. Ye of little faith. See, it's actually got fairly decent carbonation. Must have been lucky with this one. There it is. So, lovely sort of darker than straw colour, let's say. Very light golden colour. Nice head. Nice aroma. Nice and citrusy. Definitely sort of getting a bit of lemon and lime, a bit of orange, a bit of grapefruit. Sort of pungent sort of aroma that you get from Amarillo. Very nice aroma. So let's dive in. What's it taste like? Yeah, it's really nice. Again, very citrusy. If you like citrusy beers, then this is the one for you. Again, that sort of pungency you get from the Amarillo, a bit of sort of tangerine, orange maybe coming from it. Sort of nice, sort of bitter grapefruit flavour as well. It's really, really nice. Considering there's no dry hop in this, it's a very flavourful and aromatic beer. So yeah, I'm glad I kind of went with David's suggestion in not dry hopping it. So yeah, it's turned out really, really nicely. I'm very, very pleased with it. It's my kind of style of beer anyway. It's quite an assertive bitterness. So I use the Centennial for bittering, and yeah, it's a nice clean bitterness, but it kind of stays with you. It's not overly bitter, but it's definitely kind of pushing that top end, I'd say, for the style. I like it, so it's fine by me, but if you know, just bear that in mind if you are brewing it yourself, I'd say. But it's really, really delicious beer. Malt wise, I definitely think that Melanoidin is adding a bit more sort of complexity to the malt. There's a sort of sweetness from the malt coming through, but it's a really nice, clean pale ale, I would say. That's how I kind of describe it. Yeah, I would definitely be brewing this one again. On David Heath's video, he does make some suggestions for other hop combinations to use if you don't want to use the Centennial Amarillo. I can't think what they are off the top of my head, but if I brew it again, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to, I might try one of those other hop combos. But yeah, I'm a fan of the kind of citrusy pale ale, so this one is definitely ticking the boxes for me. Lovely kind of head on it. It's just a very, very nicely well balanced beer, and yeah, those classic sort of Centennial Amarillo flavours and aroma coming through. So yeah, definitely chalking this one up as a success. Lovely beer, lovely looking beer, lovely tasting beer. Yeah, great. This one finishes at 4.9 by the way, so yeah, not really what I'd class as a session beer, but yeah, it's kind of a mid-strength beer. Very nice. All right, okay, that's it. See you on the next one. Cheers.